So this is some of the parts. I actually threw out some of them before I realized I wanted to save them, but this is what I got left so far. Yeah, look at that. Look at that integrated circuit, excuse me, right there. Wow. The whole lid just exploded. And almost all of these are bad. These transistors up here. The trimmers were okay, but some had, like, you could just feel when you turn them, they felt real loose, like they could be intermittent or something. I didn't want to take any chances. So, and then the diodes, bunch of diodes shorted, couple of small polyester caps there, some burnt resistors. There was actually more resistors burnt, but I didn't save them all. I didn't think to save them. I don't know why. But anyway, so I replaced probably at least a dozen, maybe, yeah, I would say about maybe 12 more than this. Maybe 14, 15 resistors burned up. A lot of parts just exploded. There are two caps that are in here now. There's what is that? C52 and C51. I am not sure. I'm going to take a wild guess here, but I think this stabilizes these chips from oscillating. I could be wrong. I could be wrong, but I have a feeling that this is a compensation cap to keep the circuit from oscillating. Could be wrong, but that's my gut instinct is telling me that, even though I have no documentation to back that up. But anyway, yeah, I'm going to go through. I mean, all these film caps are good. I'm going to decide if I'm going to replace them or not. I mean, if they're good, why change them, right? But at the same time, I've gone this far. So if I do, maybe I'll put WEMA film caps in place. I don't think it's going to make any difference, but hey, what could be wrong about putting fresh new caps everywhere, right? And fortunately, none of these small film caps appear to be bad, and I don't want to change that because this is a precisely designed filtering circuit, and if you start messing around there, then we could be, straying away from what this thing is supposed to do. But yeah, other than that, you got your typical amplifiers in the back, your emitter resistors, right? The Isabel network, right, back there. But I don't know what else to say. I guess we'll come back once we get a little further along and see what else we could find or what else we've done. All right, it's alive. I'm still hoping to get some more documentation to do the calibration of the unit, I guess, at this point, and also just kind of to double check my work. But let me see. Let me go over what I've done. Okay, so it needed, obviously, in the last video I mentioned, or in the last take that I made, it needed pretty much all the parts replaced. I mean, it had tons of resistors burned up. Almost all the ICs were blown up, and some of them, like I showed in one of the pictures, like the tops of the ICs were just blown off. So like the full rail voltage just went through this thing. Just damage everywhere. Output transistors, toast, tracking, transistor, toast, everywhere. Like I said, most likely someone put the wrong fuses in this thing and just incinerated it. So all those parts have been replaced with actually higher rated components where I could. These are higher wattage regulators, and even the tracking transistor and these drivers, they're all rated a little bit more wattage, so just a little more headroom for everything that I could. Wherever I could add a little more headroom, I did without changing the design. I converted everything over to sill pads, only because in this thing, yeah, the whole thing about the silicone paste, I mean, it really wasn't doing the trick in this case. But so everything's got new sill pads. And the problem with these is that, well, not problem, but they're not socketed. So, you know, you pretty much have to solder the wires on and then, you know, fish them through and make sure that nothing touches. So you got to make sure you got good shrink tubing and all that. I used high temperature silicone wire, so there's no chance in roasting anything. And what else? There's a protection board in the back for the speaker protection with a delay. Upgraded the main filter caps from 50 volt to 63 volt, and the old ones were 85C. These are 105C. They're really good quality ones. And Cornell Double. What else? I took the original trimmers that were single turn that were kind of in bad condition, and I replaced them with Bourne's 25 turn. And what else? New ICs everywhere, and they're all socketed now. So before, each one of these things was soldered directly to the board. Nothing wrong with that, but I figured if this thing ever needs maintenance in the future, this will be a lot faster for whoever may come across this. So new ICs mostly, and yeah, that's it. Even put a little blue LED in it to give it a little modern touch. It would be cool. The anodizing has kind of worn off for some reason, to have these re-anodized into black again. But hey, can't have everything, right? You can always replace the knobs with something else maybe, but if you wanted to make it like historically correct, yeah, you could have these re-anodized. But let's play a track from it. I'll play one of my own songs because then I won't get a copyright strike or anything like that.
Life is too short, don't waste this time.